The Phoenix Suns just can't seem to get things going again. After a hot start to the season, the team has plummeted down the standings. Cameron Cox joins us now live from the Footprint Center, where the Suns continue their busy week against the Hawks. And Cam, no shortage of storylines around this team right now.
Oh. You know what, Trey? We need to get you out here. Maybe that will change up everything. You bring the good luck out here to the Footprint Center. As I was walking here from the station, some fans stopped me, and you know, you could just talk with them and hear the frustrations about this season. They need this team to win, and they need this team to figure it out. It feels like the season has kind of hit a critical mass point. But I'll say this. They're the best drama going on TV right now. There is endless drama and storylines when you think of this team. Number one, they're not winning. They've lost 8 of the last 10 games, of course. They're coming off that loss to the Hornets on Tuesday night, who are one of the worst teams in basketball. They're trying to figure out major lineup changes. And then, of course, you have all the trade rumors surrounding star Bradley Beal. This season is flat out just a mess. And Suns legend Charles Barkley sounding off on the season this morning on Arizona Sports 98.7 FM.
They threw Frank Vogel under the bus. You know, now they bought in Budenholzer. It's the same. It's like watching the same bad movie that I've been watching for like the last 3 years. They got some very talented players, but they got no mental toughness, no mental focus. But they're in trouble. They got to do something. I don't know what that one thing is going to be because Bradley Beal is holding all the cards.
Yes, he does. Suns back home for the first time since 2025. Tough stretch tonight against the Hawks is game 3 of 5 this week. Good news, the rest of the week they are here at home. So how do you fix all this drama? Easy. Win more games.
Yeah, it definitely feels weird. I think especially with preseason expectations, like looking around at the roster that we do have, like the core group of returning guys coming back and adding good pieces. It's not where we should be, for sure. It's easier to have fun when you're winning, like when you've lost whatever our last 10 is, like it's not very fun, so you can't just fake it. But, I mean, the way we play needs to be fun, and just winning at the end of the game will be fun when we do it the right way.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing the Suns are missing right now is kind of a lack of energy, a lack of effort at times, and they're just not looking like they're having fun out there, and losing will definitely do that to you. We'll see if they can change things tonight against the Hawks. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. We'll have much more from here coming up at 5 and 6 o'clock. More with Charles Barkley, more with Suns players, and we're going to hear from head coach Mike Budenholzer.
The Suns are back at home taking on the Atlanta Hawks. In the middle of 5 games in 7 days, the Suns are working through some physical exhaustion as well as the mental aspect of trade rumors and struggles to win. Cameron Cox is at Footprint Center prior to tip-off with Atlanta.
Hey, Caribe, good evening. Yes, the Suns back home here for the first time in 2025. It is not a fun homecoming, though. This team feels like it's near a breaking point or a breakup. Grayson telling us this morning at shoot-around that all this losing is not fun, especially with all the expectations this team had coming into the season. Suns have lost 8 of their last 10 games, including losing to one of the worst teams in the league Tuesday night. There are trade rumors. There are trying lineup changes. Nothing is working right now. So players just trying to control what they can control.
We just got to figure out a way to put a good 48 minutes together. I think we do have times where, you know, we're really good for about 36 to 30, and then we have some sprouts when we were down. So I think we got to figure out a way to be very consistent through 48 minutes in every game and just figure out ways to do that.
Win that we did have 2 games ago was really good for us, and a lot of good things we could take away from that, but then we didn't finish out the road trip well. So try to look back to when it goes well, what we're doing right, and stick to those things.
The reason this season is so frustrating for Suns fans, we're going on 3 years of seeing the same problems over and over again. Lack of effort, no chemistry, on the court leadership is missing. Can't keep changing head coaches, right? Suns legend Charles Barkley calling out KD and Book.
The one thing your best players have to be is tough mentally. You just can't go and play basketball because you have to hold the other guys accountable. They don't have that. Kevin's a great player, but he doesn't want to be a leader. Devin's a hell of a player, but I think he's just too nice of a guy also. He doesn't hold the other guys accountable. I think that's why they really want to get Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy's not going to have none of this stuff going around.
One thing that is consistent, the Chuckster been calling this team soft going on 3 years now. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is speaking to the media. You're going to hear from him coming up at 6 o'clock. And tip-off tonight against the Hawks is at 7.
This has got to be a time when the Suns are just due for the big three to have an explosive game.
Mark, they're due for something. Like, they got to figure out something to kind of fix this skid that they're on, and they flat out got to play better. Check out who's warming up on the floor behind me. That is Suns star Devin Booker getting ready to play tonight. Bradley Beal was out here earlier. Vibes seem to be high. Everybody's smiling, so we'll see if they can pull it together tonight. By the way, Suns, they got some problems. We kind of seen the same problems for the last 3 years. Legend Charles Barkley went on local radio this morning calling them soft again. He also called out Book and Kevin Durant's leadership. Suns back home for the first time in 2025. Game 3 of 5 games this week. They have dropped 8 of their last 10. They're coming off a loss to really one of the worst teams in the league, the 8-win Hornets on Tuesday night. They are trying some major lineup changes, which kind of feels like a last resort. So, Coach Bud, can this group figure it out before the trade deadline?
No, I mean, there's a lot of faith in the group. We've had good stretches, not just within a game, but, for stretches of the season or multiple games, and we're in a rough spot, like you said. And so I think there's a lot of faith in the group. We got to keep working. We got to keep pushing, find our ways to put our best foot forward. So a lot of faith in this group.
Interesting, right? Hey, if winning wasn't hard enough, they are still dealing with the ongoing trade drama surrounding star Bradley Beal. Reports that the Suns want to trade Beal for Heat star Jimmy Butler. Remember, Beal holds all the cards. He and LeBron James, the only players in the league with no trade clauses in their contract. More drama. The Suns move Beal to the bench to start the week.
Brad's call him old head. Brad's a brother to me. He told me kind of the same thing. Just stay, control what I can control. Don't listen to anything. Just go out and play. Do your thing. He's got my back and I got his, and I appreciate him so much for that. He's a great teammate. He's a great person off the floor. I appreciate him wherever he's at. He cares for others. He cares for no matter who's playing. He wants the success for everybody. He's not selfish at all. He wants the best for me, and I want the best for him the same way.
So behind the scenes, the players seem to have all the trust in one another. The vibes are still high in the locker room. From the sound of Coach Bud, there's still some faith this roster can get it done. It's got to start soon, though. The trade deadline a month away. A win tonight against the Hawks would go a long way to showing that maybe this group can do something. If not, probably something's going to have to change moving forward.